Hey, you're watching Vinyl 4 Miles, your best resource for music, audio gear, and vinyl reviews. Today, we're taking a look at some really cool guitar pedals that were sent to me from Donner Audio. Stick around. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Michael. This is Vinyl 4 Miles. What we do here is music gear, guitar gear, vinyl gear, hi-fi audio, anything having to do with music, I'm on top of it. My number one hobby is playing guitar, so when Donner Audio hit me up about one of their turntables, I let them know, hey, I also do guitar gear on my channel, so if you want me to check out some of your pedals that I've seen predominantly on Amazon, why don't you send me something? They got back to me pretty fast and asked me from all the pedals that they had to choose 3 to feature on the channel, and this is what I picked out. I have the Vintaverb Vintage Reverb. It's a stereo reverb pedal. I picked the Path Seeker, which is a ABY pedal. And finally, the Triple Looper, which is a looper with an LCD display, and it lets you store 3 separate loop banks and up to 30 minutes of audio. This video is gonna be a little bit long, but I'm gonna cut it up into chapters. So if you wanna dive into one of these pedals, not listen to me talk or go through anything, you can use the chapters menu below and jump to the pedal that you wanna check out. So the first pedal we're gonna start off with is right here, the Triple Looper. I'm gonna play through and do a couple loops, demonstrate the features of this product. It goes for about $79 to $85 online. I think Amazon has it for $82, or you can go onto Donner's website and check out what they have. I think it's for $79. What this is gonna be is like a competitor to the TC Electronic Ditto Looper. They have a new Ditto Looper that basically has the same LCD display, and they have a bunch of banks that you can pre-save stuff to. This is a lot cheaper. It is true bypass. It does have the intelligent touch pedal on there, so you're not gonna get a click. It's a nice smooth press. And yeah, really cool LCD display with animation, so you can see exactly where you are in the loop while you're recording, and it can store up to 30 minutes of audio. So why don't we go ahead and dive into the Triple Looper. Here's my playthrough and demonstration. Hope you enjoy. right, so the next pedal we're gonna dive into is right here. This is called the Vintaverb. Now what the Vintaverb does is it has 6 different reverb voicings you can choose from. It has stereo outs on it, and overall it's a very vintage vibe feel to it. So if you're looking for something very crisp, digital, modern, this is not gonna be it. They have another reverb pedal that you should check out. This is more for that classic rock, kind of jazz, like more old school vintage verb. So we're gonna go ahead and dive into this and give you my demo. Enjoy. In the demo, I didn't really demonstrate this, but if you press and hold the button, you can actually freeze chords. So if you want to hold a chord and have a lot of reverb attached to that chord, press down and hold it, and that will extend the reverb. It's called freeze. Pretty cool. Also worth mentioning, there's 2 modes on this pedal. You can do true bypass, which is basically a 100% transparent signal that comes through this pedal, or you can do trails. Now what trails are is if you hold out a chord and you turn off the pedal, the reverb will decay until it's complete. If you do true bypass, when you turn this off, it's gonna cut your reverb off instantly. So overall, very cool. You can get these on Donner's website or on Amazon. But yeah, you're looking at, you know, $70-ish range, and not bad for a stereo reverb pedal. Now again, just keep in mind this is very vintage voiced, so it's not gonna be clear modern, but overall I thought it was pretty cool. All right, so the last pedal I'm gonna be talking about here is the Path Seeker. I have the Path Seeker right here. So I did not do a full demo of this because it's not really an effects pedal. What is an ABY pedal, you may ask yourself? Well, ABY pedal will take an incoming signal and it'll split it to 2 different outputs. So how I use this, and I'm gonna show you, I had a jam recently at my buddy's house. I hooked this up and I actually played through 2 amps at the same time to get that really huge wall of sound. I took my input here, my output split, and I sent one to my Synergy Syn 30 half stack, and then I sent the other to my Jet City amp that I've done a demo for on this channel. Split the signal. This allows me to use all my front end effects to go to both amps, and then it also lets me do a wet mix if I wanted to 1 amp and a dry on the other, and that usually is how you get that huge wall of sound. All right, I got both amps hooked in through here. I'm splitting my signal. This is dry, this is wet. Drop A, fuzz on. So if you wanted to switch between amps, let's say you have a very clean amp and a very dirty amp that are both single channel, you could use this as well. You just use the left pedal here and you could switch between clean and switch between dirty. Each channel also has a volume, so you can adjust the volume output. And there's this polarity switch, which goes from 0 degrees to 180 degrees. Typically what happens if you have 2 amps set up, one of them might sound pretty weak. It just usually happens when you split your signal. Turning on the polarity switch usually brings back in that bottom end in fullness, and I witnessed that myself when I hooked up both my amps. One of them sounded really thin, a lot more thin than it usually does. When I switched this here, it came right back, not a problem. So what other kind of applications can you use this ABY pedal for? I like to use it for recording. So what I can do is I could take my dry signal, my guitar, go directly into the input. I could take output A and connect it directly into my interface, into Pro Tools. That gives me 100% transparent, clean guitar sound that I could reamp later. I can use different plugins or modelers for guitar amps. And then I take output B and I plug that directly into my actual guitar amp, mic that up, and I can record both the same take. I can get the dirty sound from my amp and the 100% transparent sound from the cleans. You can take that clean signal and reamp it to whatever amp you want. It just gives you a lot of options. You can also do this live if you have like an ABY, using this ABY box. You could take your direct input, you could send one directly to your amp on stage, and you could send one of these here to like a mic box or a simulated cab, IR, or something like that, directly to the mixer. So there's a lot of different things you could do with the ABY box. The Path Seeker, it worked really well for me. I didn't have any added noise, it's very transparent, and this polarity switch fixed pretty much every issue that I had that day, which had to do with just losing some of the thick, bottom end of my tone. So overall, I'm really pleased with all 3 of these pedals. I mean, they're great. The construction on them is rock solid. They're definitely not 100% analog pedals. I think they do make some analog pedals, but these are all digital, and they're made in China. So keep that in mind. It's not gonna be like a made in USA boutique pedal. These are mass produced, but you know what? For the price, they're definitely worth it. And when it comes to stuff like a Path Seeker or ABY pedal, there's not a whole bunch of these on the market. So if you find something like this that works, stick with it. All right, guys, so that is my review of their pedals. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna give this one away. I will be giving this out to 1 subscriber. So all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below. Why would you like this vintage reverb? What applications would you use it for? Let me know below, and 1 lucky subscriber will get this 100% for free. I'll ship it to you too. All right, guys, so Donner actually gave me some discount codes. So if you wanna go ahead and pick some of these up, I'm gonna put a link to their website below, and as well as a coupon code that you can use to get a huge discount on these great pedals. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Michael. If you want to check out some more of my guitar gear videos, check this playlist up here. I have some more audio gear coming, some more turntables. If you guys are into that kind of thing, I would appreciate a subscription, so go ahead and click that subscribe button. Give a thumbs up if you dug this video, and let me know what kind of pedals are you using. Have you used Donner pedals before, and is there anything else I should be checking out from Donner when it comes to their guitar line? All right, thanks so much for watching. I am Michael. See you next time.